Fellas, let us jump with both feet first into this round's worth of games. Let's have a look at the Friday night game. My notes tell me here that it is at the Gabba, as they used to call it back in the day, between the Brisbane Lions and the Richmond Tigers. Now, Sensible Dan, I know you're keen on this one, mate. Talk to me. Who are you backing? This is a big game.
It is a huge game, and it's actually quite tough to pick. After the Lockie Neal injury, everyone sort of wrote the Lions off, and they've won 5 in a row. They're looking real good, form team of the competition at the moment. And the Tigers are sort of, a bit of this. They're up and down. They had a really good win against the Giants. I thought that showed a lot of guts to come from behind and get that done. But yeah, I'm just going to be backing in the Lions here. I feel like you got to go with the form team. Lions, like Jared Lyons, not the Brisbane Lions. Jared Lyons, Clug and Zorko are just playing out of their skin at the moment. They've gone to a whole other level. And Clug's rightly getting some acclaim for being in Brownlow mix at the moment.
Love it.
But how far would Jared Lyons be away? They're cannibalising each other up there. They all want 3 votes. They're hungry boys.
See, a little return to Kane's World this week. We used to do Kane's World last year on the potty. And he said during the week that Lions going to the Lions from the Gold Coast is one of the worst list management decisions ever. And I'm inclined to agree with him. I mean, what did the Lions have last week? He won the medal, didn't he? Yeah.
Yep. It was about 37 and a goal, somewhere along, which at the moment is stock standard for him, which is
average.
Out of control.
It's disgraceful stuff. Look, I agree with you. I'm tipping in the Lions here, 1-39. Up in the Gabba, up on the Sunshine State, that's going to come in handy. If it was being played at the G, I'd probably be leaning towards Richmond, to be honest with you. Richmond got out of jail. No mistake. I was at that Port game, and I was sat there. I was getting bad, dirty looks from the Port fans, mainly because I was wearing Crows gear. But I also had the phone out, and I was watching the last 3 minutes of the GWS game. It was unreal. The last 3 minutes was
Awesome game.
insane. And I tipped the Giants, and I couldn't believe that it was just standard Richmond.
You sort of have, I sort of felt like if Toby Green didn't cop that knock and get injured during the game, it might have been a different story. But they sort of just seemed to lose a little bit of that steam towards the end of the game, the Giants.
Fourth quarter was tough for the Giants.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Richmond, as I kind of mentioned earlier in previous pods, Richmond haven't come back from adversity. We know they can. They're obviously the great team that they are, but they haven't come back from adversity this year.
Yep.
When Dusty's been shut down, when they're down, when the chips are down, they haven't done it. And obviously here they've come back and they were awesome in that fourth quarter. They should have won by more. They should have won by more. They didn't put it away.
Did you notice how the last couple of weeks teams have been running a big defender man on man with Dusty, and it's negated him. That didn't happen with the Giants. And the man ran right. He was running around like a kid that's been at the red cordial and couldn't stop.
I think it was you last week that brought it up. No one on the Giants matches up well with Dusty realistically, and they tried to run Connor Iden with him. And no disrespect to Connor Iden, but he's played 10 games. You can't. And Dusty had 4 goals and 28 disposals. So not the right matchup for next time.
What you're going to do. But I tell you what Brisbane's going to do. They're going to send a bloke to him. Now, I would have thought maybe Darcy Gardner. I know he's a bit taller, but I think he would have had
he's out for 10 to 12.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is I think he would have been an interesting little matchup. Taller, older, bit more nous, bit more experience. He would have been an interesting run with, and now I'm not quite sure who they go with. Maybe Slobby Robbie. Maybe Slobby Robbie runs with Big Dusty.
Could be.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome.
Oh, mate, I'd be that firm in the front. You'd have to park it sideways. I'll tell you what. Let's talk bets. Actually, did you give us your tip? Who's your tip?
I got Brizzy 1-39. It's a consensual consensus.
An early consensual consensus to start us off. We like that.
But I love this game. This is one of my favourite games.
Oh, bloody oath, yeah.
Potentially of the year.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Love it.
Hugely so.
Bets-wise,
talk to me.
Jack Graham, 20 plus.
Yep.
Did it last week just as I predicted. Moved back into the midfield and dominated. So $1.62 for that one. And Dan Rich, just statting and packing at the moment. 25 plus, $1.50. Money for Jam.
Majority kicks.
It'd be 25 kicks, 25 touches.
And that works. No chip kicks. All 60-metre bombs.
Beautiful.
He likes jamming it on the boot, and I love that.
All day or a day. Well, you've been looking over my shoulder then, so I'm jumping on Daniel Rich as well for 25. Now, Stinky Linky, big Stink Beans McCarthy. Every time this year I've got on him for a goal, he's looked after me. So here's me knocking on wood. He doesn't let me down this week. Yeah, he did. Yeah, the big sinking Lincoln.
So it's this week.
It's not this week. I knocked on wood. So Rich 25, Lincoln anytime goal. I want Jared Lyons 25 touches, and I want both Hugh McCluggage and Dustin Martin a goal each and 25 touches each.
Love it.
That's what I'm looking at, and that's about $15.
And all that comes together, and it sounds like it's going to be a good game.
If all of that comes off, you know full well you're in for a day. Day at the races. You're right there? You're a bit warm. I reckon he's got the sweaty bollock.
Just went 6 to midnight.
That's exactly what it was.
Absolutely.